Yeah, definitely so, all right. And depending on how you want to look at it, what your outlook kind of is, we did have KP fight BJ and 3-1 them, all right? If you do want to take Dittos into account, you could say potentially that KP is the better Snake. And if Anbil took KP to a Game 5,
there's a high chance indeed that we may see Anbil going out of this set victorious. I do agree with you, but I have to remind you again that something that is called the car circus exists, and it's quite tense to play around it. So I'm trying, you know, to sneak around my way here, just to have another thing that's not a snake on the bracket.
All right, well, we'll get through this. We'll see what we can do. Going to see if Anbil can survive with a slither of health going up against this snake. The second snake, 2 remaining, 2 have fallen. We'll see if they can push it all the way. Mewtwo versus Snake. Not something you see every day, but my goodness, am I feeling deja vu.
Yeah, you don't see every day, but why does it is that we see it twice again today?
Let's find out. We're back on Final Destination. That's a real opening gambit by BJ. My goodness, they are nice and warm after a 5-game set, and they are showing no signs of stopping.
This is the Northern Handshake at its finest. We just got there. 90%, no, 80%, sorry, already on Anbil. BJ just doesn't have any time to lose here.
Certainly.
Okay, we want to talk about it or not?
As looks like BJ, an insane opening gambit. My goodness, playing like a man possessed. As Anbil has to push this all the way. We've already talked a lot about Anbil fighting these snakes, how he's basically on a doomsday clock, just really has to push advantage as far as possible with a kind of reckless abandon. But with an opening like that, my goodness, you just jumped off the Halo platform when he was in disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what just happened. And look again at those percent. 70% of the second stock. BJ just, again, hanging around, doing what he can do. I mean, he got his advantage now. He can just close the game and force Anbil for an approach. Look at that. Down there, we're going to connect up to the last point, which is quite surprising, again, considering the size of Anbil. But, yeah. What now? Those Nikitas, we've seen them already a few times.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff hitting the ground there, let me tell you, as he's trying to make a way back out. Shadow Ball just to force a little bit. Looks like Disable was just a little bit away. There's the confusion. Reflector.
Not enough indeed again here. Going for an update. If the first one doesn't work, go for a second one. If the second one doesn't work, go for a third one. Thank you.
It always works. As we're just trying to find something. Well, my goodness, Anbil can't help but say this one's just a write-off as he's trying to find a way in to grab this snake. Tries to fade. Shadow Ball instead. The fair.
Finally, and a bad DI here is going to seal the deal here for Anbil. Finally taking the full stock with 77% on his last stock. We talked about it earlier because it's the first, not the first time it happens during the whole afternoon. It's not going to be fine for him to get in there again because he lives by the edge during those games.
Yeah, certainly does. Shadow Ball not going to be able to do too much right now as forced down. There's the C4. I maybe thought it was a little bit closer than it was, but that's quite all right. Grenades are flying. Bombs are going right off as Mewtwo just desperately trying to find a way in. Forced up nice and high. How do you find a kill here if you're Anbil? You still have to get some percentage off. But then again, a character like Mewtwo, it only takes one little hit. He does want to bring it all the way, find himself a kill as a little bit of a mix-up with the dash dancing. Great B-reverse as the fair comes out, forces him out, go nice and high, but not quite high enough. Yes, there's the spot dodge into up tilt, the tried and tested classic. Yeah, my goodness.
I just say this is a classic. A safe landing here with a grenade. You go for spot dodge in case there is a grab, and you punish it after that with an up tilt. Perfectly well done again by BJ. And this was another rhythm compared to the first game we had before. Here, BJ is taking a bit some more risks compared to KP. And even on FD, that animosity, that aggressivity from the get-go was too much for the Pokemon player.
Yeah, this is where things get interesting. I do wonder if we're going to go back to FD, if we are going to see a couple of platforms, because, you know, we did hear from KP earlier, right? Anbil had a lot of success on FD, but, like KP mentioned, Mewtwo is not bad on platforms. Mewtwo's good. Mewtwo has some very interesting cheese, you know, like, resets, like confusion through the side. Could even use Disable properly, which is how we found him see a couple of kills back in that last set. So, maybe with a couple of platforms in play, Anbil can find a little weakness. But still, that's a cracked piece of armor in the Knight of Norway.
I know this is a word we use a lot, but I have a sense of deja vu again, losing a stock here already. Oh my goodness! BJ just got a word from Hugo and a build saying, hey, okay, you know what, we need to finish it quickly, so please go for a trio. Quickly, we don't have time to lose.
Yeah, better watch out. That down tilt just a little bit too far away to get anything down. Goes for the down throw. I would have expected a spike, to be honest, but I think maybe he was in just a little bit too high percent for that to actually properly confirm. Ooh, reverse on the Krita as well. Going to go for the confusion, but just not enough. Fair out disadvantage, trying to find a way back. That platform going to give him a little bit of freedom as well. Going to disengage from the Nikita as he's just trying to keep Snake at bay. So scary, these fades from BJ.
Yeah, oh my goodness, now what? Oh, jab into hefty. Fancy.
Very fancy indeed, but you know what? Again, Bill got to be feeling pretty bad right now. BJ playing like an absolute madman right now. Just constant 0 to deaths, just constantly keeping this Mewtwo in disadvantage, picking all the right options.
And I think you talked about it. Disadvantage from Mewtwo is quite bad. Oh, of course, his advantage is good, but if he's just moving from one side to the other, if he's staying in disadvantage, you're going to win quite quickly. And this is what's happening right now. 70% of his last stock, finally getting a kill here. Great, but the damage has already been done. Good in there again to get the stage control. Okay, Nikita, where is he? Where are you? Where's the Nikita?
He's gone. He's a bit phased out of the universe. Kicked in the arse.
No, yeah, the tail, to be precise.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to talk about the size of the tail, or is it too mainstream now?
It's a pretty big tail, man. It's a very big tail. What can I say?
I mean, it's 2023. Can you still complain about it? That's my question.
Well,
isn't there like a convention like forbidding us to talk about it?
We do have the salt room here. We could use that.
We could do that indeed. Let's go.
All right, Anbil getting himself psyched up. This is a hell of a task he's got in front of him.
Yes, indeed. Losers final, maybe last game for Anbil. 2-0 for now for BJ. Is the Netherlands going to have the win over Norway? Let's find out. Again, TNC.
Yes, we'll find out. Yes, we will find out. Could be very, very dangerous as well. That dash attack getting beaten out by the grenades as well, but this looks a lot more even. Nobody's died yet.
Yeah, for now it's not a 0 to death, so I am pleased by what I'm seeing.
Definitely a sense of improvement. Great patience from Anbil there as well. See if they can find it. Ooh, I like the mix-up. Do it again.
Okay, give me 90 now. You got it.
Let's find out what we can do. Going to deny a neutral get up with the Shadow Ball as well, but not quite able to punish just yet. A fair coming through, though. Let's see if we can chase him nice and high. Good air dodge.
But not enough. 100% already. 25%, and for the first time, Anbil has some room to talk, have some room to finally breathe and force a rhythm on BJ.
They certainly could. So we're going to send them out. Going to see if they can find another kill. Chase them nice and deep, but
we take it. It's good. Fine, I will kill it. I kill myself.
Excellent stuff. Good job from Anbil. This is kind of what we were seeing. It's kind of what we were seeing in the KP game as well.
Yes.
Anbil going a lot more aggressive on the edge. Usually working out very, very well, all right? This is usually what we see when he gets flustered, all right? He's willing to chase you nice and deep, and honestly, it works out a lot of the time because this edge guarding is not working the way they want it to.
Yes, indeed, and for the first time, finally he's ahead. What I'm worried about is, if there is one, the fourth game, because for now we've only seen stage selection from the side of Anbil, and BJ will finally maybe have the priority on that, so it's going to be quite interesting and peculiar to see what he's going to select.
Well, let's find out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves as the tilt comes through. Not much Anbil can do there. 90% credit on Snake is pretty good, but BJ can definitely call this healthy.
Indeed. Okay, back here. Actually, he's not going to collect, except the second hit. Anbil just dropped his hit for nothing here. 100% yes. Are going to get a quick kill with that back air, sorry, yes. 24%. He's pretty fresh yet.
Fantastic stuff. Well, you would think that Anbil is nice and safe right now. I mean, surely BJ has never gotten a 0 to death before on a Mewtwo today. So, you know, I'm sure for those of you who are betting folks, you can put your money where your mouth is. There's a couple of tilts coming through.
I'm getting better at this, but is that sarcasm?
We'll go over it a little later. We'll get some crayons out. Don't worry. As we continue moving, we're on big FD right now, and frankly, Anbil looking for a place to land, all right? Ground control to Mewtwo, please. I'm begging you, give me a hand. As finally, back to neutral, the Shadow Balls are flying. Now it's time for Anbil to get his nickels and dimes, because baby, the whole change burst.
Hey! Can do something for now. For the past 10 seconds, Anbil was just going side B after side B after side B. Yeah, sure, he's going to die now, but 90%, if you go for a good combo, maybe once in that whole set, that could be enough for him to gain a kill early and to finally get the game in his pocket.
It's certainly good. The C4 going to stifle any kind of approach, but Anbil not more than willing to do it just yet. Ooh, a little bit of a clash from the confusion, going to make his way back. And this is where things get dangerous. You played a little bit fast and loose with that lead, and now it's looking pretty even. Anbil has to find his way back. The crowd is cheering. The crowd has got their eyes on Anbil. The gear goes nice and high. Better watch out for it. Teleport back to the stage. Ooh.
What? Oh, again, the side of Mewtwo is playing against him. Finally getting some room to read. What?
Oh, even we did not see such a placement from that C4. Must have dropped it as they were flying. BJ taking down Anbil and securing a date with KP.
Again, a run back.
A run back once again. You can see Anbil there, a smile on his face. It was a good game. It was a very good game.
Indeed. And, well, he didn't... I mean, he played... Oh, hey, that's finally my name. Thank you, production.
Nah, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
No, he played well up to the last moment on that TNC. It took him, what, like 2 games to get in there to understand exactly the difference between BJ and KP he had before. But he played well. Honestly, that last game, he just struggled a bit to get the kill at the end. But, yeah, I mean... it's a shame. Third place is not bad considering the size of this tournament and the good people he had to face to get there.
A very, very stacked tournament, taking out some incredible players on the way.
Again, playing Mewtwo against some of the most heavy hitters in the game. So, is it going to be a BejaySnake now?
It certainly is. I don't believe either of these players will have anything else in the back pocket, but if anyone was going to pull something out, it would have to be BJ, because we've already seen Anbil was the only player in the venue to force KP to a game 5.
How did it end? KP BJ 3-1, you say?
It was 3-1, which, well, you know,
not bad, I guess.
The set count doesn't tell the whole story, obviously.
Yeah, we didn't. Well, I wasn't there too, and we weren't there because you were like playing against me.
We were indisposed. Anywho,
but yeah, I mean, what can be interesting is that for now, BJ is kind of warmed up or exhausted.
Yeah, that is the key, you know. After going 5 games against Hope's hero, you'd think, my goodness, maybe they show a little crack, a little weakness, but no. Powering through Anbil. All right, and now...
Yeah, that's all the words. Again, this way he was playing is completely different from KP we had before. He was in his face, and he did want to he wanted to stick to him all the whole game. So now, in that specific direction, are we going to see PJ run to the face of KP and like hang out just this close to him, or is he going to go for another game plan?
I've got no idea. He's probably got the hope of all of the Fallen at his back. But KP,
the fallen spirits,
the fallen knights, the spirits of the heroes. But frankly, BJ's got to pull something out. And it's got to be good, because KP is so comfortable.
It's going to be a BejaySnake. Yeah, go on. Button check or go. Okay,
so KP just turned to us and went, this is a warm-up. And I'm almost like, with what he said earlier, I feel like that's probably what he would say about the actual game. For those of you who weren't here for his previous interview,